Rocky just plopped himself on the ground out here. It's about 75 degrees, 54% humidity. It's not bad. Real sunny out. I'm loving it. I didn't work today. I don't think they were even going to work. Supposedly, I'm supposed to be moved to this other job about 30 minutes away. But I don't know. I might stay there for another week or two, get the car, in check. Because I need to do the brakes and oil change. And I mean, my dad looked at it. He said that it's just that it's old. There's nothing wrong with it from what he could tell. He's a mechanic. I mean, I really wasn't that worried about it. It was more her. Because she drives the car and she's just like hearing all these weird noises and whatnot. I'm like, it doesn't even seem that bad to me. But, I let my dad, which knows more about cars than I do. And he's like, yeah, I mean, it's an older car. It's 2005. So it's going to make noises. But it runs okay. So... But I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'll call my dad tomorrow because it's Father's Day. See what's going on. See if I'm staying with him for another week or two, or if I'm moving up north. I can't say. My brother will be there though, but I can't carpool with him or my dad because my dad isn't going to that job, and my brother, he lives up north, so he lives like 30 minutes up north of me, and it would make no sense to have him drive like 30 minutes out of his way, or probably even more, because he'd have to come down and get me, drive another 30-40 minutes up to the job, and drive me back down, and then to drop me off, and then drive himself back up to his house. So because he's about 30 minutes up north of me, somewhere around there, so it's just like there's no point. But I remember when I was a little bit younger, I got lazy. After I got on this job, like 9 years ago, I kind of got lazy. And what I mean is, before I used to work out all the time, mostly just sit-ups and push-ups. And don't get me wrong, I didn't eat clean whatsoever. I ate whatever was at the house. And if I had money, I'd eat out sometimes. But I was never really like healthy, if that makes sense, because you could be skinny, or even like you could work out all the time, and it doesn't mean that you're necessarily healthy, because you can still eat like shit and still have a decent body. But I used to do hundreds of push-ups and sit-ups a day, but I just got lazy when I got here, because I'm used to... Before this job, I was used to driving 10-20 minutes up the road to get up to my job, work 8 to 10 hours, sometimes a little bit longer, and then go home. But when I got up to this job, we live about 2 hours away from where we were working, because Nova is pretty much where all the jobs are, where all the high-paying jobs. Anywhere else, it's okay, but I'm not taking a pay cut, if that makes sense, because that's what I would be doing. I'd be taking a pay cut if I got a job anywhere near the house. And so I'm sitting on a roller, sitting on a rock truck. I used to bring my food to work, but then I got to the point where I got my money, because we get paid every week. So waited 2 weeks, I got my money, and I started going out to eat all the time. So that was just more my fault. I went along and started eating like crap, and then I wasn't that active, because if you look at it, I'm working 10, 12-hour days, sometimes more, and then I'm driving 2 hours back home. So... And I understand that's not really an excuse. It really isn't, because there's people that work 10, 12, 16-hour days and still get in their workout. But I just got lazy. That's all it was. It's just me being lazy. And I stopped doing it, stopped doing push-ups, stopped doing sit-ups. And now I am where I am now. I'm like, because I'm not a big guy. I'm only, 5'8", right now, out of shape, 200 pounds. So, something like that. I have to go weigh myself again. I know that I'm right around 200 pounds. And when I was fit, and, I'm not talking about bulky or, the bodybuilders or nothing. I'm talking about lean and ripped type of body. I was probably hitting between 140 to 160. So, as I said, I'm not that tall, so that's the main thing about it. If I was a little bit taller, then, like my fiance, she's a little bit taller than me. She's like 5'9" to 5'10", something like that. But she is a lot bigger than me. Even if she was smaller, like, it would look different, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm starting to do more push-ups, and I need to do more sit-ups now. Because I want to get back to where I was, I liked having that six-pack. I like having that sculpted body that I used to have. And I know it's going to take work and dedication, but I'm going to do it. And that's one thing I used to do. I used to love working out. It's just, I kind of lost the motivation and got real lazy. And that's the killer to things is, if you like working out, you should just keep up with it, even if you're tired. It doesn't matter. I've never really been a person to take pre-workouts, because to me, back then, I used to drink a lot of caffeine back then. So pre-workouts really didn't help me. The only thing that would make me feel any better would be like the pump type of what are they, supplements? That's what I call them, pump supplements. But I'm not wasting my money on it. That's just me. I know some people do, but I'm not like that, because I just look at it like it's not worth it, because I don't feel like that's worth it at all to get a pump supplement just to kind of help you work out. I've never really been a gym person either, so that's why another reason why I was never huge is because I never really went to the gym. I always had dumbbells at the house, bands, and I always used to do push-ups and sit-ups and some pull-ups. So it was more calisthenic type stuff other than the weights. But just keep your mind straight. If you're feeling lazy, if you feel like you need to lose weight or go work out, do it. Because, take it from me, from somebody that used to be actually decently fit in the sense of, like, body-wise, to having a little tiny pudge going on in the face and all that. You can get lazy, and then all of a sudden you look at it like, dang, like, you just let yourself go. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like fat or nothing. It's just pudgy, you know what I mean? Because I do still got muscle. It's just, I'm not like one of those overweight type people that are super fat. It's nothing like that. It's just a little bit of fat, and that's it. I just need to lose 20 to 40 pounds, and I'll be where I was. But it all really depends on how much muscle I gain or lose. You know what I mean? Because if you gain more muscle weighs more than fat. So you could be 200 pounds of straight up muscle, or you could be 200 pounds of straight up fat. It really all depends. Now, running wise, I'm gonna have to get up my steps and start running a little bit more, but that'll be baby steps. Because all my life, I've been around smokers. My fiance smokes, and I can't stand it. I don't smoke one bit, but it really does suck. I don't like people that smoke, but, not much I can do about that. I know she wants to quit, but it's kind of hard whenever you're just not trying to think about that, you know what I mean? But anybody can do anything that they put their mind to.